Oh, where are we? There we are. There's my chat. There's that. Right. So I've put the link in there if people want to join, don't have to. Just have to be regular and not arsehole. Right. I am eventually going to put these instructions online. I've just got to see where I got up to yesterday. A bit further than that. Da, da, da. Right, so I'm on that top row, I'm guessing. I'm guessing. That'll be easy to find them pieces because at the minute. Right, so what? That one's there. This one's lies together. Hello, free people watching. So that now looks like that. Two of them on here. Two threes, two threes, two threes, two threes. Now I need a two, two, a two, a two, a two. Three on top of that. Two twos. I hate this Lego and I can't wait for this to be done. Why won't that go in? Threes and threes, two threes, two threes, three, two, two threes, two threes. Why are you up in the air? There you go. Oh, balls. I just dropped a piece. Just dropped a piece. That one there. This is the same, yeah. Can't get these pieces in. Hey, Mudball. I don't mind sitting here doing this on my own, so it don't bother me. And I'm only live doing it so people can the people that will have watched this um back after I've got the instructions. I need to find my other plaques because as you can see I've put the plaques in the corner. That doesn't add up right there. They're in line with each other, so oh no, that does go down one. It's all right. Another two there, and then it's a three. I think I need one more three. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I hope there's no more blue shortly. That's two up. It's two up. Well, maybe I didn't need another blue. So I think that connects in a sec. That's two up. Why are you not gripping? Why done something wrong at the top? Two, two. No. I put another one in there. That's gonna. Hold on a minute. Two. That does say. Hello, Trevor. Links at the top if you want to jump on and chat. That goes there. But then that's in the way. Oh, just remember one of my pieces are bent though. I'm gonna give up on this bit in a minute. Three. Oh, so that's the bottom one. Then it should be 1, 2. Yep. A 2. Yep. A 3. Yep. A 2 and a 2. 2 and a 2. 3, 2. 2. Oh, I know what it is. I missed a 2 out. I missed a 2. That's my own fault. Don't know why that's still open. Hey, Giggles, are you at work? If not, come and entertain me.
I love this job.
I didn't mention that thing over there. Well, then come on, TJ. Links at the top. Come and keep me company. That's another row done. He's looking quite big now. Right, so we're now on stage 11. Stage 11. Oh, I'm moving on where the last row of this is when he finally gets teeth. 3 and a 3. There's gotta be more. 3 and a 3. I'm trying to sit them there so I can see. They go together like that. 3, 2, 3. There's a 2. That's a 3. Ting tong, ting tong tong. Hi, Justin. What's a
So,
3? Hello. I'm just building my Lego. What took you so long to get here?
I was just finishing up talking, I think.
Yeah, yeah. More important, aren't they? There's a couple of people in the chat if you'd like to say hello to them. Dealing with mold in the bathroom. So God, that's you and not me.
Do I?
Oh, TJ's dealing with mold in his bathroom.
No, that's not good. Is it in the walls, TJ, or what? If it is, dude, you're gonna have to get a team in there. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit yourself. You gotta tear the drywall out, dry the walls out, and everything else.
Alright, so that went Q, 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 Q. Now I need a 1. I need to find my glasses because I'm finding it hard to read this.
It's in my bathtub. Oh, are you talking about the what is it? Just the grout?
That's what it sounds like. It'd just be the grout. So you just needs to clean it.
Oh, I just need to clean it. Maybe put some fresh grout down.
Hello, Trevor.
Good morning. Like,
It's not
working
morning.
hard, I see.
It's not morning. Yeah, I'm always working hard. I'm trying to get this done, then I can get rid of it at the weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Like, how many times have you rebuilt that?
This one, this will be the second time because I gave it as a gift to my nephew instead, so I had to take it apart.
Yeah,
Man,
Where I should have just built it and then gave him it.
yeah, that would have made some sense.
It would make it made a lot of sense, but
Yeah, you probably had advice from Justin.
I never take Justin's advice, do I, Justin? Think he's walked away from the computer again.
He's done it again.
He's done it again. He's just gone, see ya. It's not even taking the insults.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yes, we've had some fun over here. A very, very hot day yesterday. And unfortunately, my good plan of actually staying inside where it's nice and cool, etc., failed after I had one of the sites actually have a piece, have a small little. It's only about $100 in but in the in cost piece actually go overheat and actually decide it wasn't going to work.
Oh, never
So
mind.
so I had to go up into the worst of it, of the temperatures, and actually go and fix it. So not a happy person, because my very best laid plans of sitting in my office, my nice air conditioned office, and relaxing, all went out out the door. So what's the weather been like your way?
I have no idea. I opened my curtains today.
You haven't opened your curtains?
Nope, they've been shut all day.
Ain't even been outside or anything.
Nope, don't know what it's like out there.
It's it's getting later into your day. Just
Yeah,
yeah, and you haven't. Boy, this is terrible.
it's not. It's called. I don't want to be involved with any people today.
Oh,
I'm all peopled out for the week.
right,
It is
right.
29 Celsius here.
That's not too bad.
No.
It is.
Yeah,
I don't. Where's my
it only
temperature?
made it to only made it to 45 degrees Celsius here, which is well over the American ton.
And the humidity's pretty low too. It's only 48%. Usually it's like 70,
It's 4
80.
degrees here.
But Laura, you got to stop rounding down your temperatures that much.
Why would I round it down?
Yeah, well,
Get
you
you
rounded it
a
down. You took out 42 and actually
Hmm,
rounded it down.
TJ,
I,
get you a strong bristled like toothbrush that you can get into the grooves
TJ,
with.
there is no point opening my curtains. It's dark outside.
Oh,
I've missed a daylight for today.
oh. You know daylight's good for you.
No, it burns me.
No, no, that's okay. You've got to get a certain amount per day to get your vitamin E intake.
It's vitamin D, not E.
Okay, okay. E then. I knew it was one of them.
And it's actually vitamin D I'm low on.
So it happens when you never go outside.
I know.
Yeah, you've got
But people outside scare me. There's people like Justin out there.
Just like the big world outside, it scares me.
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
yeah, the
Yeah, I
big
heard what
bad
you
world.
said.
There's people like Justin out there. Look, I'm trying to cheer myself up right now. Right?
But
Oh,
got to got to remember that you've got nothing much to worry about because you don't live in the US.
yeah,
Um,
there is that.
so you don't have a crazy man. But okay, we're not going there. But yeah, it's so yeah, you got not much to worry about. I'm of the opinion, even when I'm actually working night shift, I actually try to get out for about half an hour a day. Um, because the sun plays with your mental clock as well.
I
TJ, I
like the
think they
dark.
have TJ, I think they have that Tilex spray too that you can spray in your shower. Like after every time you get out, you just do a quick spray down of it, and it helps prevent like future mold.
He's getting mold.
In his
Yeah,
shower,
it's
yeah,
just
in
it's
his
just in
bath.
the grout.
Yeah, but
Just in the grout of the tiles. Ain't nothing to get
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
I thought he was meant like he was getting mold in, like the walls and shit. I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to have a crew come in there for that. That's not
Oh
something
yeah.
you're gonna want to deal with on your own. No, it's just basic mold in the grout, the tile.
That's something
But
that's something if it's actually forming on the walls, then you've well and truly got a problem. Um, but the best way to actually stop the mold from appearing once you've actually got rid of it is to actually make sure the bathroom is well ventilated.
I did
Um,
it again.
so you don't have this if you've gone ahead and had a nice hot shower with lots of steam, that steam hasn't that's had somewhere to go and get out of the room and um
Justin, check your messages.
get dry.
And that's not from me.
yeah, no, I saw TJ's comment.
I just wanted to say, Justin, check your messages. I don't think I've said it today. It's like I haven't told Joe to shut up in a while.
Yeah, look too, TJ. I don't know if that's the same one, but my I remember at my grandma's house, she used to have a clear bottle of Tilex, and she would always spray the showers down after every time somebody used them. She would just go in and do like a quick spray down of the shower. Like you didn't have to wash it off or nothing. You just spray it down, and then
Oh, I see where I've gone wrong.
I don't know if that's the same Tilex like that she would use for that.
Hmm.
I need to learn to read instructions.
It does help.
Then I might not go wrong.
But if that doesn't work, dude, go to Home Depot. They actually have stuff there especially for grout and stuff,
Yeah,
like Home Depot or Lowe's.
yeah. They got mixture. They got formulas um that go ahead and kill the mold properly. Um, kind of bleach will actually go ahead and um hide it, but it's still technically there, and you've got to get something that will actually kill it.
Well, plus I think bleach might fuck the grout up too. Cause that
No,
shit
no, no,
bleach will eat through shit.
no.
I don't
Bleach,
know though.
bleach won't go through your grout. But yeah, you need there's it's a two-step process. One, in a sense, you need something with the two active chemicals. I can't think what the other active chemical is off the top of my head, but one goes ahead and kills the mold, and the other one is the bleach that actually goes ahead and um uh it goes ahead and cleans it away so that you can't see it. But if you don't kill the underlying cause, or the stuff that's there, you'll get regrowth every time.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
what
got
I
to,
was saying. I think that Tilex that my grandma used to use, I think it was kind of like almost like Rain-X. You know, it would like kind of
yeah,
shield it and prevent it from growing on there as long as you kept applying it regularly. kind
yeah. And
of
for
acted as
that
a barrier.
for that to work, I'd actually suggest the one that goes ahead, kills it, cleans it, and then from that point on, go ahead and use your Rain-X type stuff, which means that your shower near enough to dries within moments after you've actually used it.
I have seen people use a baking soda bleach mixture,
Yeah,
like a paste, but you have to sit there and scrub it in every little line of the grout too. You're talking about,
yeah.
like I said, you'd have to get a toothbrush and sit there and.
I think I've fixed my issue. Or not.
What's up, Amanda?
Hi, Amanda.
Oh no. It's her that's in the building, is it?
Yeah, she said,
That
"Did you miss me?"
woman's back.
Amanda, come on the panel, defend yourself.
Much more
You
you got
need.
left of that?
I'm on stage 11. There's 3 bits to each stage. And
So I'm on stage 11 of 163.
Yeah.
there is 22 stages.
Oh, yeah, you're only halfway. I don't know, TJ. That's why I said go to Home Depot and ask them what they would recommend to use and see what they have there.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is a mixture of 2 chemicals. I know that much. Um, I had some mold appear, and it was only because of the fact that um my bathroom doesn't have an exhaust fan, and I'd actually left the window closed while having a shower.
Amanda, tell T to come over.
It ain't no different than hanging on a game on a live stream. You just don't
Yeah.
have to have your cameras on.
Yeah, I on here I just don't just switch your camera off. Just have you Muik. You don't want to see Justin anyway.
No, but there's been people that have said that, say I don't like going on live streams, but they would be on the game playing while one of us is live, and I'm like, it's the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you just don't have to have your camera on.
I am on Stitch's head, by the way.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I don't like how there's holes in the back, so I'm gonna. If there's any
Yeah,
pieces left, I'm gonna fill them.
why would they have holes in the
I
back
don't
in
know.
the
Look.
original plan? Yeah, I know. What?
Maybe eventually it gets filled somewhere else in the
Yeah, it might do.
plans,
Might be way
like later on.
the pieces look after.
That's why you got to follow those steps exactly the way they tell you, because you try to skip something and fill that in, you're gonna find out later on that you done fucked it up.
That's why I said I wouldn't fill them up until right at the end. I know I don't need the bricks for anything else.
Yeah, TJ, just use sulfuric acid. You just eat the whole wall and everything off.
Yeah. Some
Take out
nasty, acid that goes ahead and like if you breathe too much of it, you drop that. No, we better not say that. DJ will go and do that.
No
No,
matter what
but
you say to TJ, he's gonna go and do it.
yeah, the guy, you definitely need something with the right chemicals in it. Um, like some of your acid-based stuff may be really good for getting everything else away, but the mold will still live. E.g., the TJ remover might actually kill you rather than the mold.
The TJ remover.
Well, that's the thing too. You got to watch what you're using, especially if you're trying to do like a home remedy, right? Because if he doesn't have any windows in that bathroom,
Yeah.
just having an exhaust fan might not be enough,
Mm.
you know? Because there's a lot of bathrooms in the U.S. where not all of them have windows. You know, there's some that are in the middle of houses and they just don't have a window. They'll only have an exhaust fan. But you know, if you're using some harsh chemical mixture, it might not be good for you to be sitting in there, even with the fan on.
So if we don't hear from TJ, he's gone night.
So I say you might want to just go to Home Depot and just ask them what they have
Yeah.
for that's specifically made for that. Because
It's
they might have
going
a good industrial one that will clean it real quick.
Mm.
And I would recommend Home Depot over Lowe's because Home Depot is more for the professional home builder, where Lowe's is more for the everyday, just kind of uh, DIY type people. You know, it's more geared towards people that don't really know what they're doing. Where Home Depot tends to have more professional stuff because they're more for professional builders and stuff. You'll get a lot of more contractors shopping at Home Depot than you will Lowe's.
Yeah.
So they might have something really good at Home Depot that they'd be able. And that's the thing is like Home Depot tends to hire. They actually pay really well on a lot of their associates because if it's a plumbing section at Home Depot, they'll actually hire somebody that has plumbing experience.
Yeah.
And you have to take a test in order to get into that section of the store. So you actually have to know something, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be somebody off the street.
Yeah. They just don't hire the brain dead, the first brain dead person to come in the door.
Right. Like some stores, you know, will just hire people off the street that don't know nothing about anything and they'll put them in an area.
Yeah.
You know, they'll like at Walmart, they'll hire somebody that knows nothing about fishing or camping and they'll be like, "Here, we're gonna put you in the outdoor section." And
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like, and then somebody comes along, "What's the best fishing rod?" And they don't know
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. It's like, there's a few stores here that have actually got blondes that are actually working in the store, and they give blondes a bad name.
Oh shit.
God, my fingers are already hurting. Hey, can I just ask, are either you two watching my stream?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
It says there's only one person watching, that's why I asked.
yeah, I got your stream pulled up. I'm watching you build.
That
Yeah.
is well weird. Let me refresh the page.
I remember YouTube's a bit funny at times.
Oh look, I've even got a thumbs up this time I refreshed the page. Yeah, even in the other section, when you go to analytics and you can watch the live bit,
Mm.
even that says there's only one.
Yeah, well, you know what YouTube's like. YouTube is YouTube,
Yes, YouTube is definitely YouTube.
and you got to remember this is probably a case. This is coming out of how many going through so many servers. Because I can guarantee the server that's actually you're streaming to is not the one that I'm actually watching it on.
Probably not.
So therefore, the stats that I'm actually there, have got to get down to your to your server.
Oh yeah, I'm sure trying to copperhead fucking Google's server setup is probably unfathomable. The amount of servers and shit they have is insane.
Yeah.
Right, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
I
3.
can't even remember how many servers they had last time I looked at it. There was an estimate out there. I want to say it was in. Hold on.
He's gonna go and Google it now.
I looked at it last time to see. It was a crazy ass number too. Well, you got to remember too. You know, Google, YouTube, all their business stuff that they do. I mean, they're you know, they're massive. Yeah, they have 2.5 million servers.
Is that
That's
all?
fucking insane.
Okay.
Now, that's numbers just an estimate because there's not an actual public
They're not
number
exactly
that's
gonna give you a
disclosed by the
public.
company.
They're not exactly gonna
Yeah.
give you that, are they?
Anybody who's in that field though that understands servers real well probably are able to kind of get an accurate estimate. That's probably where they're getting that number from. They have 37 data centers.
There we go.
Yep.
Mm.
37 data centers in 13 countries, and 14 of them, let's see, 8 of them are just in the U.S.
Yeah. Mind you, you'd really want to live in one of those data centers for your internet, for good internet connectivity. Because you guarantee they'll have a very, 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 very large pipe going into every one of them.
Oh yeah, just trying to fathom how big their network is just insane.
Hmm.
I mean, just look how much shit is uploaded to YouTube every day. I mean, that's just YouTube. Like I said, that's not including Google itself and all other shit. Google's actually facing legal troubles still with the government. I don't know what's going to happen with them.
And if Matt
Right, they
was here,
want-
he would say one of them servers for his YouTube channel is just his.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, we're back to talking about TikTok again too. Apparently, they're still trying to work out deals for that. I thought I thought it was done and dusted that someone was going to buy it. Now,
no, Kevin Leary wanted to buy it with a bunch of investors, but they refused to sell it right before the ban went into effect.
yeah,
Now, Congress only gave the president 2 options. He could either enforce the ban, well, either you just continue to enforce the ban or you can do a state of execution up to 90 days. So he
yeah.
chose to do that to try to resolve it and get some kind of deal struck. So we'll see.
But just
Right.
but
Hopefully
just
it's a deal
recent,
struck.
yeah. But just recently, they've um the original people they were negotiating with to possibly take it over, or take over the US component of it, have actually pulled out. So they're back to looking again.
Well, my whole question is this, and I'm sure they have it figured out at the back end, and I just don't know. But I'm just curious how they would integrate 2 different sides of it into one.
Yeah, because you're still in a sense going to have a security breach there because let's say Justin actually goes for a trip to the China, and he wants to log on to his TikTok account. He's going to be coming off the Chinese servers. Um,
Right.
so yeah,
Or just to interact with anybody in another country. You
yeah,
know, if I want to interact with Laura in the UK, she's still on a Chinese server.
yeah,
So it's like, how does that work with, because it's almost like cross-platform type deal, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
Uh,
understand it enough to know how that would work, but
yeah,
I'm
because
curious.
that would mean still the data's available for the Chinese government to actually have and play with. Um,
Who's it?
so whichever way they go, I believe there's gonna be a bit of uh there's still a lot of big problems to sort out. So I think it's going to get to the end of the 90 days, and they haven't even um, tipped away at the top of the iceberg to actually get down to the actual nitty-gritty bit of actually handing money over, and actually having the thing sold. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Different story if the people from TikTok were saying, "Here's the whole company." Um, could go and just handed the whole lot over, but only to sell the US component is just makes it a little bit hard. Even though we've seen how good they are at actually just knocking the US off of the US servers off, so and stopping people from the US actually coming back in.
Oh yeah, because it was a little bit of
Y-
a bitch to get around that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Took me
yeah,
about an
yeah.
hour because that's
Oh,
the thing is the way the government blocked it. It was my account was registered in this U.S., so I couldn't just turn a VPN on and get onto my account in
yeah.
another country. So I had literally had to physically open another account in another country as if I was there in order to access it, and it was still a little clunky doing it that way. And there was
Yeah.
still a way of getting the APK file for TikTok's app on your phone, but the only way it would work is if you put it into you'd have to put it into like a PC mode instead of like a mobile type mode.
Yeah.
You know, when you can put and it was like it would work fine, but you couldn't get like chats to come up and shit like that,
Hmm.
which it didn't work very well. So,
But yeah, it's just one of many, many problems that's actually happening around the world with big internet companies. I'm very unhappy with a certain streaming service company that has just advised me they're putting my prices up, but they're not only putting the prices up, but they're actually including adverts.
Netflix.
all of them
I
are doing it
didn't,
now.
I didn't state the company, Laura.
Do you want to know how I know it is them though?
What?
Yeah, I know.
They've done it here.
Yeah, the fact the fact that they actually have stuck the price up
And then put adverts in.
and also gone ahead and added the adverts.
Would you like to know how many adverts it is?
Oh, I'm not. Put it this way. They have just crossed the line, as to put it, because I don't watch that much Netflix. I'm not a person who's stuck watching Netflix programming because I can actually get other free-to-air TV and other programming that's got less advert that will have less adverts in it, even advert free in some cases, that can fill in my time because I don't sit watching TV all day. So
Nor do I, but it's only two adverts.
yeah, but I'll be going ahead and saying bye bye Netflix. Um, so so they won't be charging me more to actually to give me adverts anyway.
Yeah, well, all these companies now have figured out that these apps aren't as profitable as they thought they were. You know, a
I
lot of
watched
them
it.
Well,
Netflix is my go-to.
what the bit that gets me about Netflix is they're the big drivers of all the television content going up in price because they go ahead and chuck big dollars into productions which could have been done cheaper. Um, and yeah, some of their content is really low quality crap.
I would say their TV shows they do really good on. It's their movies that are shit. Like
Well,
I've noticed that their TV shows have been very wildly successful with
yeah,
a large viewing audience, but their movies, like they're hiring all these A-list celebrities that used to do big blockbuster movies, and now they're saying, we'll give you $10 million, you got to pump out 10 crappy movies, and they're shit. They're just
yeah,
garbage. Fucking. Uh, it's like they're taking any movie script that they can get their hands on, and they're just producing it.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
And
it,
I
they're
like
just
Adam Sandler's movies, and they're all Netflix originals.
but
well, he signed a big deal with them too, with this
Yeah, I know,
company.
but but they're really good movies. I could sit and watch his all day.
yeah, yeah. No, uh, it's like there was three um series that came up in Netflix that's just recently been added, and all three of them were so poorly produced. They were obviously filmed in I believe South America or one of those places, um, because they had to lip sync. They had to uh, lip sync in the English audio, and yeah, it's their way of lip syncing in the audio, bringing in the English audio is just really crap. It's not even half well done.
Well, it's
Um,
like over here they've been putting a lot of Korean movies on there, and
yeah,
they're I don't know. I don't like foreign films where everything's mouthed, and then it's
yeah,
almost like the voices they pick for the characters, they just don't seem to go with the person, and it's so unnatural that it doesn't make it fun to watch.
yeah. You see, um, we've got uh, 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 what's known as SBS over here, which is a multi-language broadcaster, which is free to air. And if they go ahead and have a multi-voice channel stream, they'll have it casted with either an English a US English person actually um, uh, doing the voiceovers, or that the uh, the 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 English script, or they'll actually do it with Australian, and subsequently you can sit and you can watch those, and they actually look half decent. But I'm one that actually um I watch the lips quite a bit, and of course when you've got lip movement that doesn't stop when the voice stops, and things like that. Yeah, it's a big throw off of the for the movie, and they're putting this stuff out as top new their top programs just been released. That raving success. Well, it ain't raving success in my opinion.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like I understand movies had to do that 20, 30 years ago,
Yeah,
but you're telling me that with all the technology they've pumped into movies these days, they can't figure out a way of making these voiceovers more natural and having them actually look like you can't tell that it's a foreign film.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be ways to not have that anymore. Because honestly, some of the movies were decent. It's just that I could not get past that. Watching a film where the mouths weren't lining up and stuff, it just annoys the living shit out of me. And then,
Hmm.
like I said, the voices that they pick, I don't know, they just seem so off from the actual look of the person that it just like that doesn't fit them. The voice just doesn't fit that person.
1, 2.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I think these are this but the one of the ones that I watched was out of was based out of South America because the way the voicing was actually done, etc., just was all off, and then the exact same characters that are in that one were in their next uh, fresh new release. So yeah, it seems to be that they had a production line going of oh yes, we've got this series and we've got this series. You don't go and use the same actors that you've actually used elsewhere um, within a time span because the two characters are absolutely different for the two different shows. And yeah, that and they've got the same crappy voiceover for that same character.
I said it would be like a Korean movie. It'll be some like Asian girl, but then it's like a voiceover of you can clearly tell it's a white chick from Idaho. It's like
Yeah,
it doesn't go with that person. Like, try to make it more sound like an American Asian accent or something,
yeah,
like a more English Asian type. Because everybody does have different tones in their voices, and whether they speak, really good English or not, they'll have a different type of tone to their voice that just fits them.
yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, I
a,
get it.
go- a good point there. Have a listen to either your A device or your G device um, in different set in for different country settings. Either set it for UK, Australian, or the US, and you will hear quite a sizable difference in the voice that you actually get back. There's been a
Yeah,
few times I've actually heard um, the reply you guys get overseas, uh, and yes, you can actually tell it's got that either British sound to it or that US sound to it. Um, Compared with our Australian stuff coming back. So yeah, it's we just got to get that through to the filmmakers that every region's got a different sounding voice, and while I don't mind watching an American movie and a UK movie, going ahead and actually having ones that have been actually been dubbed to make it dubbed in some of these other countries, and when they dub the voices, they lose the background noises. 9 out of 10, they lose a fair bit of the background range, as if they actually went ahead and they still had the previous person still talking on the movie, and they had to dub it. They had to erase it out to actually put the new voice in, and they took a little. They took too much of the audio range when they took the voice out. So yeah. So yeah, they haven't they're not producing content that I will sit and watch and or content that I'll sit and watch that's actually produced properly. So they haven't done very well at all.
I'm going to sit and watch my Below Deck shortly, which is on Hey You.
Oh no, yeah, you don't have your British TV, do you,
Yeah,
Laura?
I just don't like British TV.
They're kind um, well, Below Deck is actually being, I believe, it's out on TV4.
I have no idea, but I'm watching Below Deck Down Under, which started off being filmed in Australia.
Yeah.
A lot of seasons was in Australia. This season's in South Africa.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's cheaper to film there. And that's it. That's a bit, as I said, um, well, it might be cheaper to go and film in. Uh, the actors, their actors, um, are not of the quality that's needed. If they want to produce content.
Below Deck
Uh,
really isn't actually actors. It's actually proper workers.
so another one of these reality crap TV shows. Yep. It's like the one that's on TV
They
at the moment.
they actually
That
all have to have their boating qualifications.
Yeah, it's like the TV show on the moment, Love at First Sight, or no, Married at First Sight, and they uh, the psychologists match them, but you can guarantee when the psychologists match these people up, they're looking for conflict
Yep.
because they need conflict to sell the program, and yeah, it's not proper reality TV. If the
Well,
person
no,
actually had got
because okay.
if they'd gone out and actually left the person to their own wits and actually followed them through the dating cycle, etc., uh, done by themselves, it'd probably be boring TV. But they've gone ahead and they've had the psychologists sit down and work out who would conflict the most with another person, and then put them together. Um, and all for ratings.
Well, that's the thing is if you filmed actual reality, 98% of it would be boring as fuck.
Yeah,
Like these reality shows of these families and shit on TV and them going around. Like if you literally just filmed a family all day, like 98% of the content would be boring.
yeah.
So they have to create, conflicts and drama and all this other crap. Otherwise, it's not interesting.
Well, it's like there was a
Yeah, I like
um
watching Below Deck for when it's their nights out because there's always drama on their nights out.
yeah, yeah. And no, the here in Australia we had bush pilots that was actually filmed, and they obviously needed something to go wrong to make the thing look really good, etc. And they actually simulated a cockpit emergency, etc. And yes, CASA drew the line on that one when that went to air. Um, the company flying the plane got fined quite significantly. The pilot in question actually lost his license, and those episodes have never been shown again on TV. But yeah, it's a case that they ramp it up to make it sound really like there's a big problem. Um, and the other one's the Outback truckers that we've got over here. Um, like some of the stuff that actually happens. Um, is just ridiculous.
Like I say, if you go into an understanding that at least 70-80% of it's entertainment and you enjoy it, then by all means watch it. I wouldn't go into it believing that it's all real and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Like if you find it entertaining to watch and you understand that most of it's probably staged, then by all means watch it. That's up to you at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, they had the with the pilot one, they actually set off the TCAR's alarm on the plane and made it sound like there was a near miss and all that, and really, really stupid thing to do because that meant the first question of uh, the people who do the investigation that were nicely sitting watching the show was, why didn't we ever see an incident report for this? Because it was an incident reportable event. And they spent a lot of time going and investigating something that was never an event. It never happened. It was just put on. It was just made to look that way for TV.
Well, it's like I had a guy I worked with at Walmart, and he worked with us for quite a few years, and he used to leave for like 2 or 3 months out of the year, and he would go up to Alaska to do the fishing boats.
Hmm.
And he had it set up with Walmart that he was able to take it off because it was another job. And then when he would come back, he
Right,
would just
guys, I'll
start
be right back, so
back at
keep an eye on the
Walmart.
chat.
Yep.
All right. When he would come back, he would start back at Walmart. And he used to talk about the Alaska fishing shows and all that. And he would tell you Deadliest Catch and all that. And he would tell you, he goes, yeah, he goes, it's a dangerous job. He goes, but they blew it way over proportion in that show. He
Hmm.
goes, it's dangerous. He goes, don't get me wrong. He goes, but half of what you saw on that show, he goes, never happens on the boats.
Yeah.
He goes, they just a lot of dramatization. He goes, but he goes, don't get it twisted. It is a dangerous job. He goes, but they did dramatize a lot of stuff on that show. And I've heard the same thing with ice road truckers from actual truckers that used to drive up there and do that,
Hmm.
and said that it wasn't as bad as they tried to make it out to be. Like that it's very well looked at before the season starts, and it's not something that's just overlooked. And yeah, these shows they just dramatize things way overboard sometimes. Like TLC is one of the worst ones over here. They're one of the ones that do a lot of the reality shows, and
Yes.
like stupid shows too, like fucking Amish Mafia. They had a show for a while called Amish Mafia, and it was about the so-called mafia in the Amish community. They had their own mafia, but yet it turned out over half these people that were in the show weren't even Amish in real life.
Hmm.
Like it was that fake, right? Like it was that staged. Yeah, it was fucking stupid. I'm like, bro, you ain't scaring me with no damn Amish Mafia. Like the fuck. Like yeah,
Uh,
it was.
it,
They've had some weird
it
ones over here.
and it's that, so you can't really say it is reality. Um.
No.
So
But like I said,
it is.
if you try to convince me that the shit's real, I'm gonna say you're stupid. If
Yeah.
you understand that it's entertainment and that's what you enjoy and you like to watch it because of that, then I'm not gonna say anything to you, right? Like if you're just like, yeah, I understand that it's that, but I just like watching it, then by all means watch it.
Hmm.
But I've had people get in arguments with me and try to convince me that like, oh no, the show's real, 100% real. Just like um Pawn Stars, the show Pawn Stars. Dude, I've been to
Yeah.
that pawn shop 3 or 4 times. 4 times I've been to it. That pawn shop. It ain't nothing but a fucking tourist trap. They
Hmm.
don't even buy and sell anything in there. It's just all merchandise from the show.
Yeah.
Like and half of the shit that went into that pawn shop, that they showed on TV of them buying. They didn't actually buy it. It was just pre-set up things that they knew were valuable and worth money, and they would pay these people to bring the items in and do fake mock-up buys of certain items for the show.
Yeah. Yeah. No. But it's one of those things. People are dumb enough to go and believe what they're actually seeing. But yeah, we get the Pawn Stars are still on the reruns here. Kind of get it's on every night over here. Like that's how
No.
desperate we are for good TV at the moment.
Now, see, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Pawn Stars because I did like the items that they showed, and I liked that they would give you the accurate history of the item,
Yeah.
which I found interesting, and so I liked watching it because of that. Now,
Yeah.
all the side bullshit, the show I didn't care for, but that I found interesting. I like that kind of stuff,
Yeah. Because
So there was some content there.
See, when you look at it, at the end of the day, yeah, that they would they'd have to do their research at a good time in advance before the person turned up with the item to actually that
Right.
much content about the item. They can't be that good at seeing something and actually being a subject matter expert or close to a subject matter expert on that type of thing.
Right.
Because yeah, they seem to know all the history of bits and pieces and stuff like that. And yeah, just had an alarm go off. And yeah, it just gets me as to how well they know their subject matter for near enough to every type of subject. They know it far too well. So obviously they've researched that before the event.
100%, yeah. So yeah, they're like I said, as far as Pawn Stars go, there was some actual valuable content I think sprinkled throughout the show that made it fun and interesting to watch. Um, just like Storage Wars, I was on 2 different episodes of that actual show, and my
Yeah.
friend actually knew Barry, the old guy from the show.
Yep.
He was friends with him before he did the show, and knew him. And yeah, dude, they staged the shit out of that show. He used to tell us all kinds of shit. And when we went to the 2 episodes when they were filming, we actually overheard the producers deciding how much money they were going to give each one of the people before the show started, before they started filming of what they could buy. And then they had specific lockers that were just for the show, and they were allowing them to go and look through them because they were actually buying the lockers and getting the stuff in there, but they were allowed to look through the lockers, and then they were given a budget of what they could spend that day out of the producer's money, that was given to them by the network.
Yeah.
They could go over that, but they had to pay it out of their own pocket. And because on one of the episodes me and my cousin were in, we actually helped Barry load up one of the lockers after they were done filming in one of his trailers. But yeah, it's a lot of those are very staged shows, especially those type of reality shows.
But there is one reality show that Laura's going to be able to be on shortly.
What?
Well, you're going to be able to get David to take you down to that BBC Antiques show.
No, you're all right.
You're going to be officially become an antique. So he'll be able to go and get a price and see how much you're worth.
Do you want to stay on this panel? There's something missing from my cheeseburger, I'm sure of it.
You just got some food.
So
I was gonna
Yeah, look,
go make a
that's
tuna
that's what I've
sandwich earlier.
look at the name of my burger.
Philly cheese stack.
Stack.
Yeah, well,
Let me
that
say,
made back by is that a McDonald's product or
Yep. Look at
why does
all
it have
that
yellow
cheese.
cheese on it?
mm,
Yeah, put American cheese on there, white American. Much better.
They
On a
always
Philly
use
cheesesteak.
the yellow American on our
They
stuff.
do here too. It depends on where you get a Philly cheesesteak from, but
mm.
I prefer white American on a Philly cheesesteak. I think it's better.
So you've got a McDonald's nearby, Laura.
It got delivered, and yes, we have two.
Oh,
And I'm not having my camera on to eat this because it's very cheesy.
yeah.
Yeah, I prefer a white American on my Philly cheesesteak. But there are people that use yellow cheese too. Either one is good. Yeah, I was gonna make a tuna sandwich earlier and realized we didn't have any fucking mayonnaise. I'm just gonna wait till dinner. I don't feel like making anything else.
I like how now you just called it tuna. That isn't what you called it earlier, is it?
Tuna fish, tuna, whatever. I say both. I don't have a specific one that I use. Sometimes I say tuna fish, sometimes I say tuna.
Yeah, well, guy, why do you have to say that it is a fish?
You know, because on most of the
Um,
cans it says tuna fish, so sometimes I just say tuna fish.
yeah, the guy, it's only in the US, going,
Bumblebee tuna.
because guess where your tuna comes from? More, a very large proportion of it. Any ideas?
Dolphins.
I'll give you a little hint. There's 50 odd pens out just off the coast of Port Lincoln that have
No
got the
idea.
tuna that they bring them they round them all up out at sea when they're not that big, and they tow the nets into to Port Lincoln, and actually they feed them up, fat them up, and then sell them. And we actually um, go ahead and send a lot of produce a lot of canned tuna and stuff like that for the US market. And it's a hell
I
of a
know.
lot that we send over there.
I remember when fucking Subway was getting accused of not selling tuna. Everybody was trying to say it was fake tuna. It wasn't real.
Yeah,
They were trying to they were saying all kinds of shit that it was cardboard pieces, and so all these like news agencies went to all these random ass Subways and like went undercover and bought Subway subs and then tuna subs and had them sent off to labs. They all came back as 100% tuna. So I don't
yeah,
know where the fuck that conspiracy started from, but there was never any proof saying that they weren't selling real tuna.
yeah. That there's about a week of the year that uh, we get ships from near enough to every single country go and park off the tuna farms, and they're there for the big tuna bid, where the fish actually uh, uh, are sold. You bid on them, and then subsequently that one's yours, and it's still live, and you actually fresh process them on your boat before taking them off to your country. Um, we sell a lot of tuna to Japan, a hell of a lot of tuna.
Yeah, U.S. is a big consumer of tuna for sure.
Yeah, like, but
I like
yeah, I live in the town that was made uh, but that the tuna industry is probably one of the biggest um things that were in the town many years ago, we've actually dropped a fair bit. We lost a bit of the canning and stuff like that. They found it was actually cheaper to process out on the boats, so we lost that work. But yeah, but what we lost there, they actually went ahead and actually made up with by having the massive tuna rings off the coast, where they actually feed them and fatten them up. The, the only thing they haven't worked out is how to breed the tuna in rings, because apparently they need deep water, very, very deep water for breeding tuna. Don't know why, but they won't breed in the rings, even if they build a massive ring, they won't breed in them. So but they'll breed out at sea, and we've got a fantastic tuna grab fishing spot fairly well to the south of us, going west. That you can they can always find tuna. They put their spotter planes up from here and go and actually find the big patches of tuna, and then surround them with their big ring, and then bring them back home. So yeah, it's quite a big industry here. It's made a fair few millionaires in the town over the years. Some of which, well, we didn't really need, but well.
Yeah, my dad used to catch fresh tuna back when I was a kid, when he would go deep sea fishing.
Tuna.
Do tuna on the grill. Really good.
Tuna on the grill.
Yes, tuna on the grill.
I'm taking the piss out of Justin right now.
Shut up.
Well, Laura,
Yes.
have you had a tuna steak before?
No, because I don't like tuna.
Oh, like it's amazing. Tuna steaks are very, very nice. They'd be a bit expensive now because I think one tuna goes for around about $18,000. So one of those really big tunas, and there's only a certain amount of tuna steaks you can get out of an $18,000 fish.
You do tuna on the grill and then shred it up and make a sandwich out of that.
So they go ahead and do it on the grill, and then subsequently, yeah, this a steak sized piece of tuna in your burger. That's really, really, really nice. But yeah, it's one of those industries that's been going for years. It's one fishing industry that we've got probably one of the biggest fishing fleets in the Southern Hemisphere, based out of here. And you go down to our marina where all those boats are, and the place will be absolutely full of boats one day, and then once they actually go to do their fishing, there's not a single boat in the marina. Everything goes south hunting the tuna. Because they used to go ahead and catch them long line years ago. and that would have been back-breaking work. You literally put the hook in the water and the hook in the water and the fish would bite, and you pull them back up and over your shoulder, and they land on the boat, and the person actually unhooked the fish, and then subsequently you put your hook back in, and that's how they used to catch them many years ago before they started doing it with netting, and then they brought in some restrictions because they were overfishing. So they came up with the plan of the tuna rings where they fatten them up, which works extremely well.
Yeah, my dad used to come home with like, I think they were around like 200-pound tunas, something like that. They were pretty big.
The kind of, when they leave here, they're quite massive fish. So, but it's something you really you've got to see the size of the fish when they
Hey,
leave
Bulldog
here
Fart.
to believe it.
I am going to be jumping off in a minute because I need to go back over to TikTok. Not for my stream.
Oh, that stupid woman's that she's doing the chat.
No,
She
she's
going
not.
live, is she?
Yeah, she always does. Now it's time for my pudding.
Yeah, yeah, she hasn't responded. She hasn't responded in the chat, so I know I'm safe now.
She'll probably be too busy putting her child to bed.
Yeah.
Justin, you're back to work tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why have you been having days off?
He's been ill.
Oh, come on. Get over it.
He had a fever and everything.
Ah, that's not a problem.
But anyway, everybody on my YouTube, I am now going to end. I will hopefully be back tomorrow. And this is how much of Stitch I've done. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Boop, boop.
Oh, it's time to get the mouth.
Yep, look. He's got his teeth.
Yeah.
But I'll carry on with him tomorrow. Actually, no, it won't be tomorrow. It'll be Friday. I forgot. It's gym day tomorrow.
Gym day?
Yeah, it's gym day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I've also got gym on Monday. I'm going to the gym on my
Ooh.
birthday.
So, dear, how old do you turn for your birthday?
37.
No, that's not too bad.
Hmm.
You've still got a bit of catching up to do.
I'm not going to catch up.
What do you mean you're not going to catch up?
You will always be older.
Well, when I cark it, you'll catch
Yes.
up.
No, you still kind of age without aging.
No, once I've actually dropped dead, then my birthday clock stops.
No,
So
some people on Earth who know you may still celebrate it.
no, they won't be celebrating it. They'll be more celebrating the departure.
All right.
Right, anyway,
I'm off. I'll catch y'all
those
later.
on